EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
This shit froze. Won't let me pick a play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A handoff from Mitchell running left. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. Look at this Baltimore defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass yards.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Los Angeles.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Green just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
White 80. Easy alert. White 7. Stop.
Here's Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
32. Get away.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
They snap it to Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down, here's Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Ravens in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Jackson going to keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wanna quit?
Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Gets past one man. And out of bounds right around the 20. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Jackson going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke Back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So they haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Waiting!
Give to Corum on the zone read. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. That's the 30 to the 32.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Third and 2.
Set! Yellow 20! Drill right, 22!
To throw is Stafford. He'll try to pick it up himself. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You got a punt, bro.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
First and 10.
50-50. 0.
Fuck it. We ain't doing the punt shit, I guess.
Now Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6.
Yeah, I'm going to be going for it on every 4th down.
An excellent play there, CD on the pick 6. And I think they have nickel. Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got room past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Corum now on 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Yellow 20.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and complete to Atwell. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down.
Now you fucking punt. You might as well went for it, gang.
He was only asked to punt
Shit, you
once in the
already
victory
went for
last
it.
week as he sends this one away.
And you down 14 and out to win for it.
For a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4. Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 50, Stafford. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing a Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 26. Stafford looks to throw again. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, LA!
Puka Nakua,
71 yards.
and the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. That's caught. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
41 yards.
and the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 78 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive will have the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers. And
oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. How about this? He's to the 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. On his loop for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now they'll go with a reverse. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. And
shots.